What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Jamal TV, because we're still not Saeed. If you know, you know. People, like the video, subscribe, hype the video as well. Please do that. Big up to everyone. 2026 and Arsenal have got their first win of 2026. And it was, in the end, a win for Arsenal, despite Bournemouth trying, despite Bournemouth getting back at it, despite Bournemouth actually starting the game 1-0 up. Arsenal get their 3 points, a precious 3 points. You got to remember, Arsenal Football Club played before Manchester City. Manchester City have got Chelsea. People would argue a managerless Chelsea. People would argue Chelsea that are 1 win in 7, that are being poor right now. But it is still Chelsea at home. Arsenal had to do their job. That was the aim today. Whether you think it's convincing, whether you think it's not convincing, whether you think they scored enough goals, whether you think a lot of players didn't turn up today. Today, their job was clear. Win today and worry later. Win today or worry later. It's as simple as that. Because if they won today, they can put their feet up now, knowing that they don't really care whether Man City drop points or not. Obviously, they do care, but in reality is they've done their job. This is how the title race is going to be. You will only benefit and enjoy the fruits of Man City dropping points, knowing that you did your job. It's like when I look at Man United right now, people dropping points left, right, centre for this top 4 race. But are Man United doing their own job? No. Arsenal Football Club today did their own job, and they've won the game 3-2. Bournemouth tried. Bournemouth huffed and puffed. And you know what, man? They were good in certain aspects. But I think today a lot of it came down to Arsenal being very, very almost like, I don't know, man, like it wasn't the Arsenal that we know in terms of defensively resolute. Today, there was a few off performers today. There was a few players that just were a bit wobbly today. I don't know if it's rustiness. I don't know if it's a case of fair play to Bournemouth. But Gabriel, I don't know what you're doing. Gabriel, was it 2020 or was it Gabriel of new? I'm going to blame that on rustiness. I'm going to blame it on the fact that he's been out for a bit. And, you know what I mean? Like, that was a madness, because that there, to play Evan Nilsson, was absolutely bonkers. I don't know what he's thinking. What are you thinking, bro? Like, can you not see? And always, you know what they say, right? They always say, never play the ball across field. If you're on the, especially if you're on the other side, yeah, never play that ball. If you're a defender, by the way, never play it across field, because then you're always inviting the pressure of someone squeezing up the pitch, someone basically being there ready, and the opposition done that, and they score. Evan Nilsson, David Raya's already on the other side, so he's probably thinking, yo, Gabriel's going to pass me the ball here. He doesn't, and then they score 1-0 up. But then Arsenal equalised quickly. And who was it? Gabriel. The ball gets unplayed on the right-hand side, by the way, K. Gets past a few people. Whips in. I think Zubimendi hits it. There's a few blocks. And Gabriel is there at the right place at the right time. And it's 1-1, instant impact. But I can't lie to you. I thought the first half, Arsenal were very, very sloppy. They weren't really getting into the game. Martinelli was poor. It was so tight. It was so congested in midfield. Arsenal weren't winning second balls. They weren't winning, and they weren't finding clear-cut chances. And when they got the ball, they were very, very wasteful. Gyökeres had 2 touches in the opposite box. Arsenal were looking a bit, let's be honest, like they were looking vulnerable in their own half. Saliba, Gabriel. It wasn't the greatest of first half, but the second half was much, much better. And it was that man, Declan Rice. Listen, Declan Rice now, this season, 3 goals and 7 assists. You know, people say to me, yo, Saeed, man, why do you keep comparing Declan Rice to Caicedo? But is it true? Should we now stop comparing Declan Rice to Caicedo? Is Declan Rice now in a league of his own? Is Declan Rice now in a position where, for me, we're looking at all-round midfielder now, defensively, offensively. We're looking at a midfielder now that is taking responsibility for Arsenal, not only to defend now, but now to score goals. Today, 2 goals, and 2 top goals from Declan Rice. And I can't lie to you, he, for me this season, for Arsenal Football Club, has been one of their key performers this season, and probably in that midfield for the whole of the Premier League. Last year, Gravenberch, took the league by storm. We're now seeing Declan Rice this season taking Arsenal to new levels. They are now playing under him, where he's got the license now to move forward. With Zubimendi now sitting back now, Declan Rice now is becoming that box-to-box player that Arsenal Football Club always wanted. Because he's not really a natural six. He's a player that wants to go and play. Freedom, freedom, freedom. And for me, the 2 goals basically showed you what he's capable of. In the edge of the box, he can strike a ball. He can do it. The problem is, though, does he do it enough? But this season, I can't lie, no Arsenal player has had more attacking returns than Declan Rice this season. So it just shows you that he's getting forward more and he's getting the goals and the assists with it. So fair play. Declan Rice, I thought for me, overall today, I thought it was a solid performance in that midfield. I just felt for me, he was looking to get forward. He was looking to get on the ball, looking to express himself. He, for me, was outstanding. I also thought Odegaard was brilliant as well. And for the assists, yeah, I can't lie to you. For me, that was beautiful. People can look at it and be like, oh, but it's an easy assist. It's so easy to do that. It's not easy. Trust me. Only special players, only top players have that sort of vision where they can see a midfielder coming across in the edge of the box. Certain players can do it. And Odegaard, for me, that performance in that second half, especially for the 2 goals, were very, very of the high order now. That's now, 3 GA now in 3 games. We're now starting to see Martin Odegaard perform back to his best. I talked about it in the Sevilla game. This is a Martin Odegaard that we all know. This is a Martin Odegaard that, for me, has to be performing at this highest level. Go and look at a pass into Saka. That's what Martin Odegaard can do. Them passes that just basically cut through defenses. That is what Odegaard can do. But the problem is, though, he doesn't do it enough. Especially in these games where you need them. He was doing it a couple of seasons ago, but he's had injuries, he's had misfortune, he's had certain things not going his way. But that, for me, is a captain's performance. When you need him the most, he stepped up. The assist for Rice and the pass into Saka. Saka will get all the praise, and rightly so, because it's a lovely pass into Rice. But I'm sorry, that pass there, right there for me, is what was needed. It was crucial. It was absolutely crucial. And then Krupi scores, and then you think to yourself, what the hell's going on? But it never really looked like Arsenal were going to concede another one. You just thought to yourself, you know what? Arsenal were giving away needless mistakes. It felt like it needed something special for Bournemouth to score. And that Krupi goal was a brilliant, brilliant goal. Past Raya. I don't know whether Raya is sometimes, positioning-wise, he can be a bit off. That's one thing about his game that I think needs to maybe work on, or whether, if I've got a criticism of Raya, is that sometimes I feel like positioning-wise, he can be a bit too, I don't know, man, like, you know, he's always a little bit towards the left or a bit towards the right. And I think for me, even though I'm giving Krupi the benefit of the doubt, and it's a lovely strike, I just think Raya can be in a better position. I just think so. That's just my opinion. Same way where I think sometimes when I see him score, when there was a goal conceded, I think, yo, are you positioning right? Is your positioning good? But listen, maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. But make no mistake, Arsenal have won today. Arsenal have got the job done. Man City tonight are worried. Man City tonight, yes, they've got their players in, but they're now thinking, man, that's another game Arsenal have won. It's another game Arsenal have gone towards their title. These are the sort of games you've got to be winning now. It's win, it's win. It's now, 17 more finals or 18 more finals now? 18 more finals Arsenal have got. That's what it is. They've got 18 more finals. And then they can consider themselves as champions. Because if they keep winning, keep the momentum, that is it for them. That is it for them. I thought the substitutions were horrendous. I don't know why Madueke was brought off. I swear down. Madueke was playing better, but then again, Saka got the assist. So there you go. Trossard was poor when he came on. Jesus couldn't hold up the ball. Gyökeres again poor. I thought Zubimendi did all right in that midfield. I mean, it was one of them kind of performances where Arsenal, I don't think needed two sixes in that midfield. I think they could have done with maybe one. You know what I mean? But then again, that's where maybe Declan Rice is allowed to go forward and then be the extra man in the attack. But all in all, this is a very, very good win. Whether you like it or not, this is a very good win. And now Arsenal can look back and sit back and see what Man City do. They can sit back and say, yo, what are you on, Man City? Can Chelsea Football Club, the one that Arsenal hates, can they now be the ones that help them out? I personally don't think it will happen, but you just never know. You just never know. And like I said to you, man, it's a win. It's it's a performance that you don't look at sometimes. I think, you know what, man. You know what I mean? You look at it, you think, you know what? These are the kind of forwards you've kind of put in the back of your mind. You think, you know what? Them 3 points. Don't look at the performance. Job done. Is what it is. People, let me know in the comments below what you thought of the game. Let me know if you agree with me, disagree with me. Arsenal Football Club 3, Bournemouth 2. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Peace.